You shot me in the heart, and I've been dying since we've been apart. Oh, shooter, I don't think I'm gonna make it. See, I'm just as good as they. Good as they. Whoa, bullseye. Girl, you shot me down to my knees, yeah. Since you took your love from me, and I'm holding on to the hope that you will return. Although I feel I've lost you forever, I will believe that you still love me. Girl, say you do, say you do, say you do. Say you still love me, shooter, shooter, yeah. You shot me in the heart, oh yeah. I've been dying since we've been apart. Oh, oh, shooter, shooter. I don't think I'm gonna make it.
Scott.
No.
What's up, everybody?
Just as good as they. Oh, oh, oh. See, I neglected the fact your love was precious, and I should have took more better care of me. And now every minute you're gone, girl, I sit here just dying alone. And I wish that I could have dodged that bullet of you leaving me. Shooter, you shot me in the heart. And I've been dying since we've been apart, yeah. Oh, shooter, no, no. Oh, I don't think that I'm gonna make it. No, no, no. And I'm just as good as it ain't, yeah. Oh, shooter. Shut me in the heart. Oh, and I've been dying since we've been apart. Yeah. Shoot up, shoot up, shoot up, shoot up, shoot up. See, I just don't think that I'll make it without you, baby.
What up, everybody? It's one of them lives that I was hoping that I never had to do. It ain't gonna be pretty. It ain't gonna be easy. I'm gonna be honest with you. As I send these texts out, it ain't gonna be for the easy at heart. But I think that people need to be put on that square. And with me, I'm just not that guy that you can just do anything to and think that it is what it is and it is what it ain't. And it's a new day. It's a new day. It's a new dawn. So we're going to revisit some things. And from this point, I don't care how people take it. I want you to take it in the way that you receive it. That's how I put it. I want you to take it in the way that you perceive it. And I'm going to tell you why. Because no matter what it is, no matter what it's not, I seen the bull crap. I tried to stay away from it. So I should have titled this joint The Exit of the Bull Crap. That's what I should have titled it. I should have titled this The Exit of the Bull Crap. Let's go. All right. The title of this is called Accountability, right? I'm good. I'm good. It's called accountability, right? Okay. So I see all the jokers coming in. I see it all. Okay, Dennis. That's how you feel? This live ain't for you then, brother. Because you ain't going to like what I got to say. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say this. I never pass judgment on nobody. And I can never hold nobody accountable if I can't hold myself accountable first. So I will say this. I will say this. All of the distractions and everything that happened on YouTube, all those people that did whatever, and I'm going to name you by name. So brace yourself. Because at the end of the day, I don't know none of you niggas. Except for a few. But a lot of y'all off my name. A lot of y'all look me up and y'all seen me walking with Rob and, oh, yo, he this. Sharon Wimbush was right. And I hate to say this because I hate to be wrong. But Sharon Wimbush was right. She said, Dana, why would you even open that kind of door and you really don't even know these people? I argued with Sharon. I said, look, they support us. Sharon said, but you his friend. It's a difference. I said, well, I didn't think there was nothing wrong with Rob knowing who's out there supporting him and this and this. A lot of you took that and ran with it. That was your opportunity to stab me in the back. And I'm going to start from the beginning. From the beginning, it was a group called I'm My Brother's Keeper. And now I'm not sparing nobody. I'm going to tell the truth from the beginning to the end. I don't care if you ever speak to me again. Because a lot has shown me that y'all wasn't never my friend. So why should I spare you now? Like I said, this is the end of the bullcrap. So it's weird because I was in a group called I'm My Brother's Keeper, right? They asked me to come over there, whatever. I should have picked up on the red flags, but I didn't. I will say Siobhan Wilson, D. Wilson, Demi Monroe, they told me plain and simple, they using you in this group thing to get out of here. You don't need to be part of this. I argued them down until I got into a heated argument. I was like, yo, I don't even need this junk. And they said, I told you. I was never part of him too. Never. It was all a cordial situation. At that time, I met Dallas. Her friend car got broken into in front of the loft that I had. So I met Dallas. I gave her a card, told her what I was doing, yada, 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 yada. He was like, cool. 2 weeks after that, Sylvia pops up on the scene. I don't know Sylvia from a can of paint. Sylvia says she told Dallas that she know me, and Dallas said, oh, yeah, I know him, and showed the card. Woo, woo, woo. Everything was supposed to be cool. Fast forward a little bit. I introduced Sylvia to Siobhan. I thought all of us supposed to be a group. All of us supposed to be a family. Boy, was I wrong. So Sylvia then was doing sneaky stuff. I ain't pay attention because when I'm loyal, I'm loyal. But I didn't see that it was breaking up what was really put together to help Rob. I didn't see none of that. So we got to do the first rally. Everything was cool. Before that rally even started. No, I'm sorry. That first rally was good. Yeah. And before that rally even started, it was a little bit of tension, but it wasn't nothing that people can't get over. From that point, I caught the mega bus up to Chicago because I had missed the flight. So I jumped on the mega bus. Next thing going. I wasn't going to be up there. But I wasn't going to just leave them up there like that. So I caught next thing going. Jasmine was there. We all know about that. Okay. So we get there. Everything going good. Next thing I know, Sharon Wimbush come out with a whole bunch of darts, arrow attacks. After that, oh, DanaJay, stalking Rob, and this and this. And I always said, where's this stuff coming from? The whole time talking to Sylvia, she telling me that a young lady by the name of Demetria Felder was doing everything. Because I trusted Sylvia, I attacked Demetria Felder with reckless abandonment. I didn't care. Because if you're going to attack the group that's for, and none of us know what's going on, then I'm going to take up for the group. It was a group of ladies. So I'm going to take up for the group. Same thing when it comes to Rob. I'm going to take up for Rob. Oh. So one thing stood out to me when Sharon Wimbush said, I had people, or no, I was in the lobby hiding behind plants or something like that, stalking Robert. This is why people say you can't tell Dana one thing and think he forget. I had to sit back and think, where would that come from? If Demetria Felder didn't have that conversation with me, now how would Demetria Felder know anything about a plant? Now, what I was told was the lady that came to Felder, Rhonda, I believe, they said that she put a big sign out on a lawn, and they excused her from the property. I don't know. I was inside. So I see how that got changed up to I'm stalking Robert. So when I got a chance to speak to Sharon a year and a half later, Sharon told it all. Sharon said, well, Sylvia was talking to me the whole time. Whoa, what? How was Sylvia talking to you? And she said she don't talk to you. So how was Sylvia talking to you when Sylvia says she don't talk to you? That's when I start putting my plan into action. And I said, look, I got to protect myself. I don't know what's going on. I have to protect myself, because if I don't, something big gonna happen. I always said that. So everything was going good, and this and this and this and this. And then Tracy Viewpoint come out with a video that said DanaJay chasing R. Kelly down the street in a Sprinter. Wow. Wow. And I was like, that never happened. But that video showed me walking in the courthouse, and in Chicago State, you got to turn your keys in and whatever in your phone and stuff. So it shows me walking in, and then it shows me putting and Denise in the Sprinter, and then I got in the Sprinter and got on. So at that point, who's even talking about sending money? I ain't talking about that. So why is that even coming up? Anyway, so all that going on, I'm looking at the way the video is. So I saved the video to come back and look at it on a later date. I'm looking at it on a later date. And I just put it there. Okay. Putting it all there. Anywho, they come to Trump where Denise had a room on a hotel side. We all know who lived on the resident side. So Jasmine said, Dana, tell me the truth now. Do you really know Robert? And I started laughing. And I said, well, you don't got to believe me. Let's bet. And she said, I will bet you my refund check from school. I said, cool. I put my hood all the way over my head. And I had a baggy hoodie. And I was walking out the door as Robert was coming in. Robert hit me. Boom, boom, boom. Baby boy, pick your head up. What's going on? Like, hey, what's up? What's up? What's going on? At that time, Jasmine was like, oh my God, oh my God. And I'm looking like, really? So man, Robert talking. He was late for his meet. He told me don't go nowhere. He told me wait for him because we had to chop up some other stuff, some things that we was talking about before. That meeting was about 2 hours and 42 minutes. I did what he asked me to do. Wait for him. He came down. Me, Denise, Jasmine was sitting right there. He waved me to come over and he said, yo, let's walk away from these ladies. I don't want to be around nobody. We get outside and we talking. At this time, it's daylight. We talking. Start shifting to nighttime. So we talking. I mean, we talking about some stuff. Sylvia calls me and say, hey, we on our way back to the trunk. I said, nah, don't even come. Me and Rob just talking, you know, matter of fact, here to talk to y'all, see y'all some other time. I hear somebody in the background say, why do everything got to go through him? So I hung up the phone. I'm not expecting nothing. 10 minutes later, look what we hear. Oh, Rob, oh, Rob, oh, Rob. That whole crew that was with Sylvia jumped out, acting totally like fans. So Rob jumps behind me, like, yo, what's going on? I was like, these your supporters, bro. He gets mad at me. I'm just like, I told him not to. So they want to hold conversations. So I'm just in there watching. At this time, by the time they're out there talking, I waved Denise and Jasmine outside. When they come outside, everybody talking. Rob and Denise get into it over beer. And I mean, you know, just it's all everybody just talking cool. So towards the end of that, Rob like, look, and we all about to go hang out. Rob said, baby boy, I'm gonna tell you where we gonna be, and you can let everybody else know. Cool. So Sylvia and them went to go eat, whatever. After Sylvia and somebody else got into it about Sylvia bringing her daughter to meet Rob, and I guess the allegation was Sylvia's trying to sell her daughter. I ain't get into it. That's none of my business. That's between two ladies. At the end of that, I'm at my Airbnb now, getting dressed, having fun. I get a call from Rob, like, yo, where you at? I said, I'm at the Airbnb. He said, who these ladies out here? I said, what are you talking about? He said, yo, are these ladies with you? I said, yo, I don't know what you're talking about. Should nobody be there? Coming to find out, they seen the Sprinter ride down the street. So they decided to follow the Sprinter. Then they jumped out and running up to Rob. Sylvia. No. Robert asked where I was at. They said they didn't know. Robert got back in and pulled off. Pulled off. I gets the call. So after I get the call, I call Sylvia like, yo, what are you doing? No. First I say, where y'all at? And she was like, we did something kind of bad. And I was like, what? And she was like, not knowing that I already know. Well, we kind of pulled up on Robert and him. I said, oh, that's not a good look. Why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? Why would you do that? So at that point, Robert was like, look, I'm going to give you this address and we're going to go to the gym. But they made me feel uncomfortable. So I'm going to let them be around the atmosphere where I was going to be. Like, cool. So I give Sylvia the address to the gym. And you're going to understand why this is needed to hear, because the next phase of this, you're going to understand why I'm about to do what I'm about to do. So from that point, Sylvia came, and you know, when somebody normally give you an address to somewhere that's your first time going, you're only invited there once, you'd what? Discard of it. Okay. She kept the address and gave it to Jasmine, not knowing that Jasmine and Cash Jones were in cahoots with some stuff. So with Jasmine working with Cash Jones, and you know, Cash Jones was working with Don Russell, and you got to ask yourself something. Was this all a setup against Dana and Robert? And the ringleader, who is Don, but the person who gave the address out was Sylvia. So at the end of all of that that's going on, Jasmine pops up, Don tried to make a scene, but it all fell back on me. Okay? At that time, I was still kind of cool with Sylvia. But I told Sylvia, like, look, yo, you can't let nothing like this happen again. Nothing like that. Sylvia got mad. She said, all right, cool. But when she got mad, she started doing stuff again behind my back. She telling me, oh, Big Bug came and said something to me and made a big thing in the commission. Made a big thing in the commission. That's when me and Big Bug supposed that called out Roost or whatever, thanks to Jeff at that time. And me and Levi got into it. But I explained my side to Levi, and Levi explained his side to me. Shout out to Levi. That caused us a 2-month separation, and everybody was happy about it. But what people don't know is that when Levi left it alone, it was Sylvia that went to Blockbender. And then when I came back in the chat, in the commission chat, Block said, yo, the ladies still feel some kind of way about you talking to Kevin Terrell. I said, I don't know why. Everybody else can pull a boss move. Why can't I? Word for word. And I know Levi watching. And trust me, if I was saying anything that wasn't true, Levi would have jumped on. And Levi said, bro. But the thing is, that nigga don't care about nobody. He will kill you if he have to. I'm going back and forth with Levi after Sylvia has planted the seed of you can't call a truce back. All right. So, and make sure. Okay, we back. Cool. So, all right, I'm back. I don't know. I got this Wi-Fi crazy. So Levi was saying, you can't call a truce for me. I mean, Sylvia and was saying, you can't call a truce for me. And I said, you know what? You're right. So they made a big stench about me and Kevin Terrell even being cool. Jeff even had to talk to Sylvia, and Sylvia was like, oh no, but he did that the whole time to find out that she was lying about everything. So speed up a little bit, you know, we went through our little struggles and this and this and this and this. So Sylvia made a big issue about a video that was doctored up by a bunch of participants that was given to phases, and they presented it to Kip to make it seem like I was doing something malicious to hurt Robert and trying to implement Kip. So when that truth came out, everybody got mad. But before then, everybody was happy. So they said, oh, Kip going oust Dana and this and this and this and this. Why? Because everybody that appeared to be cool, that I brought to the table, has cahooted with each other. And that's a word I just made up. To stab me in the back and try to set their dominance in this R. Kelly fight. Well, there is no dominance. And I can go deeper. I can keep going. But I'm going to say this. I'm not the reason. And I heard what fans were saying, like Marshall Roy III, to be exact. I heard what idiotic fans like Bedbug was saying, to be exact. And I'm not going to waste no time on those people because they nobodies. But everybody will say, Dana was talking to Angelo. Rob know that. Dana was talking to Larry. Everybody else know that. But let's tell some truth. Sylvia was asking Larry to clear her and Dallas credit. And they was talking to Larry more than I was. Sylvia, the one that put Angelo's address out there, and then mysteriously 2 weeks later, a car blows up in his driveway. Then the person that did it is Cash Jones' cousin. So let's put 2 and 2 together. Is it safe to say that Sylvia and Don and Cash, they all was talking in cahoots? I can never say that. But I will say this. I find it funny that I've been telling y'all about Don for almost 2 years. And then the same people that provided the evidence to prove the fact that Don was doing these things, and it wasn't me, are the same people who start saying Don is the muscle. So I'm going to say this. Do I take responsibility for bringing these illegitimates around? I do. Did I get bamboozled by these people? I did. Did they run a campaign on me talking about all these lies? Like, oh, DanaJay did this. He did it. He did it. Yeah, they did. The same people. When they thought that their platform was bigger and better and this, and they went and bought subs and all this, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna call all you motherfuckers out, because all of y'all phony as fuck. All of y'all backstab. And it's fine. Because I learned from my mistake. And y'all know me, I don't make the same mistake twice. So enjoy y'all connections that y'all made and all of this. But I'm gonna talk about some things today. Everybody wanted to hammer a defense fund that me and Levi had ideas about after Doug Anton had a defense fund in place for Robert that was only receiving checks, money orders, cashier's checks. So let's talk about the defense fund that Bedbug and what is that lady name? That other lady, but that be on Spit and Fire channel, came up with to derail what me and Levi had, which was me and Levi joint was a legit joint. Legit. It went through the lawyer, investigated by the, and everything. Ask yourself this question. When Bedbug was talking to Doug, everything was fine. Because they was trying to see if they can swindle Doug away from me. But when they found out they couldn't do that, and Doug was like, no, they ain't do nothing wrong. Now all of a sudden is F Doug. Doug is part of this. Doug is part of that. Look at the problem. When they couldn't get the Doug no more, they went to Greenberg. When they couldn't get the Greenberg no more, they went to Nicole. That's what caused the rift between the lawyers. Because Sylvia collected money not once, not twice, but 3 times. First time. No, I'm sorry. She collected twice. Gucci collected one. Let's talk about it. Gucci said, yeah, I'm running promos on TV and on the radio in New York. I was the first one to say, Gucci, send me what the promo looked like, knowing that I'm in media. When I seen it, I told Gucci, I said, yo, is this what you're going to have them professionally do? And he said, yeah, okay. So I sat back and I ain't say nothing. I told y'all, I'm putting it all out there today. I sat back and I ain't say nothing. I watched how some folks was sending money for t-shirts, for hoodies, for hats. So I said, okay, Gucci gonna do the right thing. But then I started seeing in chats, people ask me, Dana, is this true? And I look, I'm like, So I hit Gucci up one day. I said, yo, if you scheming, stop. And he said, I don't know what you're talking about. Then he act like something wrong with the phone. Then he hung up. That's the last time me and Gucci talked on the phone. There was no promo ran in New York. There was no phone advertisement. There was no TV advertisement. There was no commercial. So all that was a lie. That's all you got to do is ask him for the receipt that he paid and that they signed off on. Because in order to run a promo ad, you have to send in a bill. They have to sign off for approval. And on that sign off for approval, it have certain things on there, which I won't disclose just in case they try to come back and do it. They be like, see, no. I need to see that receipt because I know what's on it. I can show you 3 of them of commercials that's been ran with me on there. And then on top of that, how I know ain't no been ran in New York Because Mama Mary, she ain't gonna lie, her friends was looking for it. On top of that, Mama Mary still ain't get her refund for her shirts. And then Gucci come back. Oh, when y'all donate to other people, this and this and this and this, do y'all ask for refunds? No, but other people ain't gonna bamboozle you into a lie neither. So Sylvia ran a collection for the defense fund. Oh, this petition is for Rob's defense, and this and this and this and this. See, people sit back and say they doing stuff, but I know where it gotta go. So I go to those people. Did you receive anything from Sylvia on this day? No. Okay. Did you receive anything from Sylvia on this day? No. Okay. Did you receive anything from Sylvia on this day? Okay. No. Did Rob receive anything on this day? Collectively? No. Okay. I'll come back and I'll throw a little shot. One shot. Hey, don't collect nothing. Don't. The problem is, and a certain so that knowing new lawyers that believe I was the real reason why I stopped speaking to Sylvia. One was when the address got put out building on that point. Two, I seen text messages that was put behind my back. Three, I didn't agree with the Dr. Rice audio. 4, there was no loyalty. Where there's no loyalty, there's no nothing. So I need to separate myself. And I understand I was the cash cow at the time because I have a personal relationship with Robert. So now y'all know just a little bit. And see, and I can deal with them shots, hitting them directly, just like the second time that Sylvia collected money. Oh, this going to Nicole. She went as far as going to the post office and saying, see, I'm sending it off. Nicole, nothing to this day. Speaking of Nicole, we missed you yesterday. If you're watching this, I don't know where you was at, but we missed you yesterday. Yeah, I don't get it, but that's not my show. That's not my room. Happened. I'm not. What also pissed me off yesterday, seeing Sil creeping in and out the courthouse when she did the most damage to Robert, giving out address, acting like she's a government witness, showing fake backs, getting emails on, putting them to the public that come from Judge Secretary who got fired behind and jailed momentarily behind it. It's a lot of craziness. And then for her to have her little homie to come out and for a whole year. But then when the ladies of the dream take up for me, it's, oh no, Dana need help. No, Dana ain't need help. They just don't like me going after women. So I stopped. At the end of the day, I can go on and on and on and on. I can even show you proof and proof and proof. for that 2 years. Robert is about peace, right? So for people to say, oh, I'm hurt. I can't believe he did this to him. We're on the ability to, I played the part. When I tell you my hand clean through this whole thing, and you got a bed bug talking about, oh, they did this, they did this. But you come out talking about Arson ass dude. Kelly dumb. He's so dumb, they're gonna lock him up like Bill. Kelly goofy nigga. Oh yeah, Kelly told me, I mean, my what did he say? My source, right? Kelly, which was Don Russell. Kelly so goofy. Kelly trying to kill. So did we forget all of that? Did we forget all of that? Did we forget how all these people at the finish line creating false narratives, and now all of them are all aligning back to be cool with one? I'm sitting back watching. I'm watching it all. Because what y'all do know is yesterday we lost a battle. And I say we, I'm talking about the real people that love Robert. On top of that, I'm talking about men. Because now we'll watch true injustice of a man, and when they didn't have anything, they, and I'm gonna keep saying that, I believe Ann Donnelly told them people, look, y'all coming back asking for stuff, I can't have I losing. Look, let's go ahead and get guilty and have him win it back on it. That might not be what happened, but that's what my belief is. Because by me being federal court and by me being in state court, I know you just don't go from deliberating to asking for this, asking for that, asking for this, and then all of a sudden, Ann Donnelly, and before lunch, she talking about, oh, let's not carry this, let's not drag this out any longer, but let's hurry up and finish this, and this. And then her temperament is the same way after court, from what I observed, and before I walked out. So I don't need nobody to validate whatever. And I don't care who it is. That's what I observed. Because when I got the call that Ann Donnelly made that statement, when I went up there, she still looked like temperament. So that's what I reported. So, end of the day, it shocked all of us that they will come back with a guilt on counts. But did it really shock you? The shock value is great. A lot of people still hurting and going to be hurting for a while because they see what's really going on. I saw Kelly yesterday, but it could be me tomorrow. It could be your mom. No, it could be your daddy next day. It could be your brother next weekend. It can be. So my thing is, for the people that want to make me early this morning, I thank you. Because I was, where were you? Where were you? Y'all going off of hearsay. Oh, they say R. Kelly a pedophile. Now 4,000 people going, R. Kelly a pedophile, R. Kelly a pedophile, R. Kelly a pedophile. When I know half of you that's sitting back to underage girls anyway. At least Robert had a preference 18 or over. Like I said, I was in court. Ain't nobody 13 pop up. Ain't nobody 10 pop up. 15 pop up. When the Aaliyah thing destroyed. And Demetrius Smith, that was just something that me and Barry planned. Jomo Hankerson came out and said that was just something Barry was trying to use against Rob on as a man. Her mama ain't none of that true. Aaliyah, but because you run the narrative, oh, they lied. Okay. I'll say Robert Durst in Chicago. When everybody say that was a fair trial. Nuh-uh. Rob paid others. Remember what's good for the gander, right? So now we can say Ann Donnelly's been paid off. We can now say Ann Donnelly bamboo them jurors and for a guilty verdict. Y'all come say, nuh-uh, because the evidence is there, the evidence. Well, guess what? Once again, I was in court. A pit can tell 1,000 stories. But what's the real story? A video can tell 1,000 stories. But why not show the video, only play the audio? Why, when the defense is proving R. Kelly's point, let's go sidebar. Y'all don't want to talk truth. Let's go sidebar. How is it? Geronda can settle with Susan and Rob don't know, or Rob was given bad counsel to just go ahead and get away with it. Just settle it, and just do away with it. When a Rob wanted to take it off, the other folks were saying, no, don't take it to court, man. It'll ruin your career. So now, 30-something years later, I'm going to say this. I wish you would have took it to court, because you wouldn't be here now. Y'all want to make Rob out to be a monster. But do you know him? Have you ever been around him? That's the catch. And I see people, oh no, he defending a pedophile. Everybody in court was 18 over. And then I'm going to go here. This is directed to those idiots who don't like me, Cove, who don't like me in Team Truth. You can't manipulate paperwork. Y'all ran the subject line. It's in the paperwork. So, and like I say, this is not for everybody over there. Because some people genuinely like me, but some people don't. But you can't run and say the paperwork, so it's true. But then when stuff come out in the paperwork that's against the people that y'all are advocating for, oh no, oh the government lying. Wait. If y'all play by your rules, if it came out that already had herpes, how you gonna say Rob gave Faith herpes? Make it make sense. If it's already done put out there that Miss Rogers had Summer and Faith going around sleeping with celebrities, trying to get money from them, then how can you face them when she told you herself? But mom is on platform talking about, oh, my daughter's a big. Where? This makes sense. Let's make this make sense. Let us know what's going on, because none of us was there when, bro. So much I can go into. My question is, was you there when all this was going down? See what I'm saying? I told everybody about Don. I said, yo, he's been sent in to make sure the RICO stick. Y'all told me I was stupid, I'm lying, I'm this, I'm that. Look what happened. RICO, racketeering. First thing they use, email, letter being sent, blowing up a car, blowing up of a theater. Guess what else was it? Rob told us to. Rob knew about it. Where? It was in Rob's phone. Well, one thing I do know is that, like I told y'all and before, when Rob was hooping, Don had his phone. We know that Don didn't put that in there. And that's another conversation that me and Rob had. Nobody should have your phone. I don't care who it is. Jesus shouldn't even. So we can go on and on for the same people talking about, oh, Dana don't work. How did you meet him? My tell. Because I thought y'all were true supporters. The lightning don't strike twice. And after even engaging in this, peace. It is what it is. People who don't like me, I in the line. Take a ticket. I'm good. And I'm going to say again, I'm the most situation that's visible for Robert. But it's not for me, my chest and sit. Nah. It's not for me to do that. It's for me to, and we can do as a youth, because once again, the government put people in place to divide and try to conquer. But this just, and understand is, how do you go from saying I'm gonna kill somebody I'm talking about these supporters now, or so-called supporters. How from, and I'm going to kill you, I rule, I'm this and I'm that. So now, oh, yo, you my bro, yo, yo. You're thick, you're fat, and you're disgusting. Put it there. Y'all use Rob Ponzi scheme and a way to come up. But I'm glad y'all did that. You know what I mean? But I'm glad y'all did that. Because now it showed me who's real and who. And the bad part about it is Rob got to sit a little while longer. Because I told him he's going to be vindicated on his appeal. I believe that. I'm just that crazy enough to believe. Why? Because when you got to walk with the man, you got to talk with the man, you be around the man, a pedophile can't turn on. Look, I don't blocking people. Should nobody be blocking nobody if they got valid questions. So whoever got blocked for asking a valid question, please unblock them. When you walking with the man, you talking to the man, and all this other stuff, and you with this man, whereas that y'all in environments where if he was a pedophile, the actions would have shown, and you don't get them actions. One thing, people, that if you're a fan or if you're a fanatic, y'all do a little crazy stuff. I don't care about that entertainment life. I care about Robert Sylvester Kelly person. I care about his life. And I admit, a lot of y'all ate late. I get that. So I bear responsibility for a lot of the drama that's been going on. Oh, my feet chopping? Dog, I ain't right now, man. I ain't taking no call. I don't know why my feet choppy like this. This is crazy. What about now? So my thing is, say I don't know what's going on. Ain't none of y'all going in the lion's den fight. Y'all all sit back and get on y'all joint. Y'all try to raise money for y'all personal going or whatever. That's it. Do I bear responsibility for going back and forth with a bunch of people who don't know nothing? Yeah. Yeah, I do. I do. Here's my thing. Everybody talking about, oh, we got to come together. We going to come together and do what? That's my question. If y'all really not about getting laws changed and all this other stuff, don't even talk to coming together. If y'all only come together for drama, don't talk to me about coming together. If y'all not talking about coming together to prove again that Robert is innocent, that he's a victim of a political, don't talk to me about coming together. Something going on with this connection, because so like I said, and Malik said R. Kelly found guilty on 6 counts. Yeah. It was a rush to judgment. I mean, but they did what they did, which is not understandable to me, because I'm still trying to understand how did they find him guilty when none of the witnesses were credible. All of them purged themselves. So is Ann Donnelly going to prosecute the ones that lied? I guess not. That's why there's an appeal. So can you hear me now? You know what I mean? So let's go there. If we're going to talk about it, we're going to talk about it. We're not going to have stuff. You know what I mean? I'm not understanding half of the stuff. Matter of fact, Azriel witnesses for that young girl. I mean, I hate to see her get destroyed like that up on that stand, but you were brought in. So I'm not trying to hear, oh no, but they had 1,000 iPads. No, they had four. And they showed and they played audio. One of the videos where they said Rob wasn't even in the picture. So here's my next question. Why Ann Donnelly wouldn't let Rob's defense team bring in their specialists? And the government brought in theirs. So why couldn't Rob bring in his? Come on, man. You ain't gonna tell me this stuff ain't fixed. You ain't gonna tell me this stuff ain't fixed. The Mann Act. How can you say it's the Mann Act when it's proven that Faith flew out on her own recon? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. And the Mann Act is nothing but a slavery term that they use on Jack Johnson because he had a white girlfriend. Why the government was paying someone $500 an hour for info, I don't know. I ain't know they was paying somebody that. I don't know. At the end of the day, it is what it is. And I'm not staying away from nobody. My thing is, we're gonna put truth to truth, we're gonna put facts to facts. If Robert did any of that, get a man a fair trial. Don't try to rush the defense, but you give the prosecution eternity. You can't do that. You can't do that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna talk about it. Y'all want to talk about boycotting Lifetime? Time to boycott Ja Rule. Time to boycott Fat Joe. Hell, let's go here. Time to boycott the whole music industry, period. Everybody that didn't stand up for Robert. Why? How many people has Robert worked with that made them millions? But then they want to turn on Robert not knowing the truth. How do you boycott the industry? You just don't buy nothing. Every time one of their videos come on, you turn it off. You got to look at a video for 5 seconds for them to get credit for it. Turn it off. When they show it on YouTube, you hit that button. I do not recommend. You have to fight back against the government where it hurt, and that's their pockets. Like I said once before, they needed a conviction. So Ann Donnelly said, look, let's convict them here. And it's my opinion. I ain't saying she came public and said none of that. And because you know how y'all idiots like to try to twist my words. My opinion, Ann Donnelly said, look, let's get this conviction and here win it on appeal. So I'm just not going there. Like I said, it's certain people that I won't even talk to again, ever. Now that this is over, this first leg, the second leg is going to be my best leg. And my second leg, it ain't going to be dealing with a lot of these people. Don't bring me nothing that they say, or I'm going to block you. I don't care what they say, because don't none of them know nothing. They all idiots. Anything personal, I trust me, I'm not a hard act to follow. Or should I say I'm not a hard act to find? Anything personal, pull up on me. Pull up on me. It is what it is after that. Because now it can't hurt the case. But I will say this, in dealing with this R. Kelly case, I'm only going to deal with real people. And I'm only going to deal with folks who want the truth and facts about Robert. Everybody that grew their channel, congratulations. Now it's time for you to stand, because you don't got me to stand on no more. Now I'm about to show you how to properly build a channel without buying views and buying subs. I don't got to spend $262 for 2,200 subs. Why? Because I believe in getting it out the mud. I got up early this morning in New York, and the sky's just clearing up. And Gayle King was gloating about R. Kelly. They are running this every 17 minutes. R. Kelly guilty. He's convicted of. It made me sick. I had to go back to sleep. So I have a question. When he win the appeal and everything is dropped and reversed, I wonder they're gonna run the same story. R. Kelly wins his appeal. He's a free man. I wonder how many people gonna write letters to Ann Donnelly's superior expressing how unfair her process was in this case. Oops, I'm sorry. A lot of y'all can't write because y'all wasn't there. A lot of y'all wasn't there. So y'all can't write. So that cancels y'all out. And if y'all do write, it's called fraud. Because you're writing about something that you don't know nothing about. Which I know a lot of y'all will. Then let's go here. Oh, but they said a coercion. Oh, he bribing people. How did he bribe anybody? When Demetrius Smith told you, Rob ain't know nothing about that. When Richard Arline even said, Rob ain't know nothing about that. But one thing that sticks with me is when Richard Arline came in my chat at Jetfly Leaks and said, Robert didn't fill people's pockets. Same thing Don Russell said. I carried the camp. Robert ain't give me nothing back in return. So I get the game. I get it. I get the game. Thank you, Missy Lane. I get the game. And the game is this. We have another colored man, not a black man, because black means death. Black don't have standing in law. So we have another colored man who's fell waste to the system and yet go again. Hambone has allowed for Uncle Tom to be caught. Figure out what I just said. Figure out what I just said. Because a lot of y'all run around, oh no, this person, Uncle Tom. This person, Uncle Tom. You'll realize that for years, you were bamboozled in believing that Uncle Tom was a bad person when it was Hambone. Hambone don't sound right. It sounds too Caucasianist. Ham and bone. So Uncle Tom sound like the perfect cliche. Make it make sense. If Robert was that bad, I'm going to go here. If Robert was that bad, why y'all fathers ain't punch him in his mouth? Why y'all fathers ain't F him up? Make that make sense. If Rob was that bad, why was y'all trying to get deals off of him? If Rob was a menace as people say he is, then why was y'all trying to get a come up? Make that make sense. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to ask this question. If it wasn't a setup from day one, how did Avenatti's mention, oh, Robert won't never see the light of day again? How did he know that? Make it make sense. How did he know that? Watch the people that's bringing you crazy stuff. Watch the people who saying, oh, Dana don't know Robert. Dana ain't this, Dana ain't that. But then when you look up everywhere, you see who? Me. Watch the fanatics that are saying, oh, Dana photobombed this. But then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say this. Watch the people who can't take the pressure of standing in the middle of the lava pit when things is not good to stake a claim and say Robert's innocent. Watch. Just watch. When everybody was on a move and it was good, then everybody ran with that. When I first did the first rally in Chicago, where were you? It wasn't until that got a little bit of traction that you sent your people to want to team up. And if that person tell the truth, he'll tell you, I didn't want to go live. That wasn't my forte. I told everybody to go to his channel because my phone was dying. And I wasn't live. Make it make sense. I've never been a hater. Never will. Never jealous of somebody else's success. Hey, if you're getting something, do your thing. I don't need the credit all the time. I'll sit back and watch. And I'll even help you if you reach out for help. But some people, it's over with. Done. Finito. I still stand on the claim that Robert Sylvester Kelly is innocent. And until you hear it out of my mouth, and I'm one of the most straightforward people ever. So if I ever would have thought that Robert is guilty, man, Robert would have had words. And I wouldn't go as strong as I did. Because then I'd be like, well, it is what it is. But you can't tell me that man guilty and I didn't see that. And you can't tell me I got to say he's guilty when I didn't see none of that. Was he guilty when y'all was getting $5,000 a day? Was he guilty when you went Birkin bag crazy? Was he guilty when red bottoms was like Reeboks and y'all was wearing them as slippers? Let's make this make sense. Let's make this make sense. And then I'm going to go here. For the same people that came out, said Larry this, Larry that, and y'all was on the phone and with Larry 24/7, what make you think that I didn't prepare myself that y'all would do that to me? And the only difference is I've been the most unconditional for Rob. You ain't never seen me pull up nobody's address and then stuff started being blown up outside. That's obstruction. That's also intimidating witnesses. And you didn't think them people was going to go to the federal government when they know it came from Sylvia? And Sylvia's name is all on it, plastering all over social media? Bro, y'all some evil people, man. Like I said, I stand on it. Robert is innocent. Robert be home after his appeal. This fight is a spiritual fight. It's between him and God. At the end of the day, This gives us that really believes in Robert a chance to come together strong and keep the ones that don't really care about what's going on out. Plain and simple. I will not be around the same people that did me dirty in the first round. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in it. Everybody want Don Russell on that platform. Everybody want Cash Jones on that platform. And they the main aliases for the RICO Act. Make it make sense. Rob don't know Michael Williams. Michael Williams know Cash. Cash know Don. Cash walk around butt naked, sleeping butt naked around two men. One that won her and one's supposed to be a cousin. You make it make sense. You make it make sense. So I'm not worried about how people would turn around and try to perceive me. I'm from a city where I'm allowed to have my own mind. Ain't nobody got to think for me. If you haven't been in this man's presence, you can't say that he's a pedophile. And the first thing y'all run to, oh no, he might have lived. Nope, sorry. That was a publicity stunt. And that came from her family. And it came from Demetrius. And it came from Robert. So make it make sense. Rob has some other cases coming up, which is going to be an uphill battle. I can't pick his defense team. I'm not even going to try. But I will say this. Go back and revisit everything that happened from the beginning. Dana and Levi, along with Doug Anton, presented something factual, present for Robert. The people that claimed to be for him were the ones that had it shut down. Make it make sense. They would try to get lawyers up on calls. And when lawyers wouldn't rock with them, they would spread lies about the lawyers and create rift within the team. Make it make sense. So I'll go here. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, it's not a fool. I deserve everything that come with it. You'll never get that opportunity again. Not with me. Never. And I know they say never, but I'm saying never. You will never get that opportunity with me again. Kia Crowder is the Robert for me, okay? I don't know what that means, but now watch somebody try to take that and spin it. I said I care about Robert Sylvester Kelly. I'm going to go here and I'm going to take it even a step further. I like some of y'all. But I love Robert Sylvester Kelly. R. Kelly's just a persona. It's an entity. Robert's a person. R. Kelly is not on trial. Robert is. And until people know the difference, then they understand. So I said what I had to say. My claim, I said what I said. Time to get back on track. It's time to refocus. 7 months before sentencing. I never heard of that. Not unless they're trying to do some underhand stuff, which I got a feeling they are. Let's prepare for Chicago. Look, everybody that's doing it, everybody that's going, got to stay razor sharp. Feel me? Got to stay razor sharp. Let naysayers say what they're going to say. And you don't got to keep defending something, especially when they don't know nothing. Kid said, fix your Wi-Fi before you read my comments. Shut up, kid. I'm at the hotel with this crazy Wi-Fi. So I'm about to step out. It's 3:16. I'm about to step out. I'm about to take this trip over to Sony. It is what it is. I'm prepared to go toe-to-toe with any naysayer there is. Time to go back to the way it should have been. Yes, I got distracted. I got sidetracked by people who I thought had my best interests at heart that stabbed me in the back. Yes, I'll take accountability for all of that. When it should have been totally about Robert, 24/7. Hands down. I allowed myself to get distracted. They are giving time for motions to get this vacated or the trial. Okay, cool. Cool. Vicky Lopez, thank you so much. So yeah, you seen me beefing with a lot of people, and I shouldn't. You seen Will come up, Dana, stop, yo. No, 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 no. I will, I am. And I'm back to it. I get it. But it shouldn't have to go this far for me to get it. So I take accountability for everything I did. As far as calling bees and women and females female. Take accountability for it. How many of them other people gonna take accountability for what they done? Because they don't think they did them wrong. I just gave you a bunch of stuff they did wrong. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all now. Watch the BMF show. Great show. On my radio, coming back soon. Great show. Don't lose yourself, people, in this situation. If you feel like you're losing yourself, pull yourself out. Regroup, come back. Because people comments, people ignorance will take you to the point where you will really hurt somebody. So I'm gonna take a couple of days off because I gotta regroup. So I'm gonna take a couple of days off. But I'm gonna tell you this. I'll be back Thursday night. Reset, remove, regroup. Let's go. So check it. You don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. Be someone important. Be yourself. Elephants don't swat flies. Jets fly over turbulence. You kill hate, negativity, lies, and despair with love, honesty, and truth. And before I go, I got one more place to go and have open court. There's a group on here called R. Kelly Open Discussion. There's a mixture of folks in there. But I see people was happy that Rob got found guilty in this kangaroo court. Well, I can't say that. It's federal court. It's not kangaroo court. Can't say that. And yes, they wanted to make a mockery out of me. Oh, you standing with a pedophile. You did this, you did. At not one time in them transcripts or in court have Rob been called a pedophile. At not one time have it been somebody underage. Yeah, people have been saying, oh no, what about this one? What about Aaliyah? What about... Stop. That was debunked in court. So until you know your facts, don't come with me, because everything else is emotions. I no longer have emotions. So it ain't facts. I'm not going to do it. Y'all be blessed. Dream Team, you know how we do it. We love on each other strong. We love everybody for life. DanaJay up out of here. And I got to say it once and I got to say it again. If you are part of the problem, it's time to exterminate all of the problems. I'm a solution. And I will walk in the solution. I will say this. Our next fight is the Ahmaud Arbery fight. And we still going to keep our foot on the government with R. Kelly. But then, because people want to talk, let's spearhead Chicago State's attorney in opening up the case of Larry White too. I know people like, Dana, let it go. No, I'm not. If we're going to do injustice, we're going to do injustice for everybody, not just for somebody that got a name. We're going to do injustice for the people who don't have a name. That's where I'm at. So here's your chance. And you got days to either unsubscribe or never come back. But we're going hard with this. We ain't leaving nobody out. And if y'all got some stories that y'all want me to cover, send them to me. Send them to me. I definitely research on them, and it is what it is. Y'all be blessed, man. DanaJay gone. Peace.